So for our final project, Noelle and I decided to focus on the issue of sex trafficking in America and in Syracuse. And we know that sex trafficking is a huge problem that's often overlooked in this country, but we found out that it's way more prominent here in Syracuse than we ever realized. And it's something that I'm really passionate about because I feel like as members of this community, we need to do everything that we can to make it better. And I think it's really unfair that we sort of live in this bubble that is our campus, but we're surrounded by a city that has a ton of problems that are in need of fixing. And one of the things that I love about Syracuse University is that it's filled with smart and passionate and driven people, but what good is that if we don't put our skills to use here? And we all know that Syracuse students go out into the world and make it a better place. So there's really no reason that we shouldn't be doing that here in Onondaga County. And I just felt like this project was not only a good way to raise awareness and analyze performance, but to actually make a positive change in our community that I know that we're capable of doing. So our project was focused on educating people and seeing how much awareness we could raise on a digital platform. And we chose Instagram because we felt as though it's sort of the primary platform that college students use. And both Noelle and I felt comfortable with our Instagram skills and that we could really make something great out of it. And I liked working with Noelle because we both contributed to the videos and to the project itself. And that not only made it easier, but it also allowed us to share even more and emphasize different aspects of the issue that we felt were important. And I was really pleasantly surprised by the results because it was something that students really became interested in. That was apparent when we saw our insights for the Instagram page, and we got thousands of views and profile visits. And from there, we hoped that people would share our posts on Instagram and spread by word of mouth the facts that we presented about sex trafficking in Syracuse. And as I said, a huge amount of people, more than I ever expected, ended up sharing our posts. And especially since the stories about sex traffickers using Snapchat as a tool to find victims emerged, people really began talking about sex trafficking and understanding the magnitude of the issue. So we wanted to create videos that were both informative and artistic. So I would say that Laurie Anderson's PSAs were our main motivation, but also we really liked Philana's Amnazak video. But we both knew that we needed to create videos that were shareable and could also capture the seriousness of the issue and were respectful to victims of sex trafficking, which is why I would say that Laurie Anderson was our biggest inspiration. And we also use similar techniques as she does, like using music and songs in our videos to really make them pop. And in one of my videos, I also used a clip of someone speaking from McMahon Ryan Child Advocacy Center about their own knowledge and experiences of sex trafficking in Syracuse, which I also feel is very similar to Laurie Anderson's style because she always makes sure that she shares stories from victims and makes sure their voices are heard. I feel like the causes that she advocates for and creates performance about, the victim's story is always presented and heard, so that was really important for us as well. To create the videos, Noelle and I used our knowledge from the semester to make these digital videos, but what I really loved was that both Noelle and my creative tastes were represented. I used voiceovers to make more vlog-like videos because that's what I felt most comfortable with. And I also liked using a vlog format because it allowed me to put out a lot of information and facts on the issue, which I don't think I could have achieved without the voiceovers. It also allowed me to do more of a virtual storytelling approach since I was sort of sharing the stories of different ways that people tend to become involved in sex trafficking. And campaigning and hashtagging was a massive part of our project, and I think that we can thank the hashtags for allowing us to reach as many people as we did. I believe that a lot of our followers that were in the community and people that we don't know came from the hashtags. That sort of allowed them to find our page. And we also used culture jamming as a technique since we weren't using Instagram in the typical way that people usually do. Our page sort of acted like our website, and we used Instagram in the way that we wanted to and sort of ignored the rules. And by doing so, we were able to sort of expose the problem. And then also, a lot of sex traffickers use Instagram to find victims, so we were sort of taking back the platform by exposing them and showing them that we're kind of onto them and soon the world would be too. I'm really happy with the way that this project turned out because not only were we able to make something that we were really proud of, but I feel like we were also able to make a huge impact. And our page continues to grow and gain followers even though the project is over, which is something that's great because it just shows that conversation about it is not going to stop. And we even decided to keep the page up just so that people continue to talk about it. We were also able to better understand different ways of using social media and different people's digital personas, which was a huge part of our project. And it's something that I'm really proud of, and I think will continue to be beneficial to our community in the future.